Hello.
Hello สวัสดีค่ะ
Hello. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Okay. Good questions. Exciting news.
Just what more friends?
Okay.
Yes.
Number 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Five.
What happened? Let's hear the details.
Man, he's he always stay with Joey
Chandler?
Chandler
Not the tall guy. Not Monica's
tall.
brother, right? Yeah. Okay. Chandler.
Chandler
He.
he after I told you about he met girl he meet girl
He met a girl.
yes and episode 5 he met another girl Thai
I don't remember him meeting anyone.
I told you he try do something for some women
Okay.
like him but
Okay.
not good
Okay.
he right now he have another woman and maybe friend or maybe girlfriend or not
Okay.
because her his girlfriend have husband
Has a husband.
and has boyfriend and has him
Okay.
yes
How did he learn about this?
he talked with his friend
His friend.
yes
Okay.
Monica or something like that
Okay.
and everyone said you don't going with she you don't keep going
Not going, but just stop.
yes
We just say stop.
but he like her
Likes.
like
Likes.
likes her so much because her beauty
She.
she beauty
She is.
she is beauty she is beautiful
Yeah.
and sexy right
Who do you think is the best looking? Chandler, Joey, Ross.
I like Ross
The tall guy.
yes
You like the big ones. The Rock.
not just that because
Diesel.
Ross look cute
Okay.
boy
But he's big.
yes
Okay. Fine. Okay. And the ladies? Which one do you think the best?
Monica
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, Phoebe's not.
Phoebe over fearing
She's too crazy, right?
Yeah.
And she has a sister. I don't know if you've met her, if you've seen her yet, but her sister's even crazier.
she had
Oh, you saw her
sister?
sister?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, yeah, she has a sister. Yeah, she's even crazier. Okay, good. Good episode. Funny?
yes funny
Okay, good. Okay, after that?
after that I took a nap and then I got up 11
At?
at 11:30 p.m. and went to eat and went back to my room, brushed my teeth, and then I came here.
After this?
After that, I will take a shower and pray, and then maybe friends
Watch more.
watch
Watch.
more friends
Okay.
and time to bed.
And time
Time for bed.
for bed. Or time to sleep.
Time to sleep.
Yes.
Time for bed. Time to sleep.
2 and 4 are also difficult, but we don't play that game now. In Portuguese, they only have one word. So
in
Portuguese.
mean
Portuguese. People from Portugal and from Brazil. Language, Portuguese.
oh put language name
Yes. Portuguese, right? How do you say in Thai?
Portuguese right
Oh, yeah. Portugal. Ronaldo, he's from
Portuguese
Portugal. I don't know.
I don't know
They only have one word, so whenever they speak, they just guess. They say, I go for bed.
go for bed
I go for bed. They just guess. Sometimes 2, sometimes 4. Just mix them up. Okay. What about your plans for tomorrow? The weekend? What's your week? It's the weekend. What's your weekend? What are your weekend plans? How's the budget? Negative.
negative still
How's
negative.
how about the website? How's the page?
Have information right now but not enough and maybe did design post tomorrow
Design what?
design
Post.
post
A post. The first post.
Yes.
Okay. What's the path to profitability?
but
Companies, they say, path to profitability.
pass for เส้นทางสู่การทำกำไร
Companies, when they talk, they say things like that. They say, what's our road to make money? Our road to profitability.
I think I can say about my pet but maybe I find another thing to do together
Yes, mix them. Graphics design and free travel somehow.
maybe
So, yes, absolutely. Okay. The plans for this weekend? What are your weekend plans?
before I have plan go to
Grandmother's house.
grandmother house
Grandmother's house.
grandmother's house
How old is she?
more 7
Over.
over 17
17?
70
70. Okay.
not 17
Does she work? Did she work? What did she do?
she all son and daughter
All her children?
all her children don't need her do anything just stay at home and make cooking or just that
Just cook, not make. Just cook.
yes
She stays by herself or she has a husband?
no lost maybe 2 years ago
Died.
yes
Your grandfather?
yes
This is your dad's grandmother or your mom's grandma? Your mom's
Dad.
mom. Your dad's mom.
yes
Okay.
and but my grandma she always she working she work or
She works.
she worked
She
right?
worked.
she worked all her life
What did she do?
garden
Farming.
farming yes
What kind of farm?
rice
Rice.
and I don't know see peanut or that I don't know
Have you ever done farming?
No.
No? No. Okay.
I don't like
And does she like to talk with you? Can she speak English? Should we
No.
bring her on the show?
no
Okay.
she's so cute very cute
What does she like to talk about?
talk about myself
When you talk with her, what does she say?
how are you what you doing right now
Mhm.
you okay you
Don't drink.
so much. How you know
How do you know? How do you know?
don't don't drink.
Does she know that you like tequila?
She knows
Don't tell her.
just drink beer.
Okay. Tell her that you like soda. Soda.
Soda. When drink with vodka, right? Whiskey.
No, I'm just saying you tell her, you say, Grandma, I don't drink, I just like Coca-Cola.
She don't believe.
She doesn't. She won't
doesn't-
believe me.
Won't believe.
She wouldn't.
Wouldn't.
Believe me.
Wouldn't believe
Okay.
me.
What does she like to talk about?
Talk about food.
Does she show you how to cook? Maybe she could teach you how to cook.
No. No. Everyone can.
Everyone?
Yes.
No one can.
No one can teach me
Why?
because
You're smart.
no.
You're quick.
Because
Just not good with the even. That's all.
because
the only problem.
they don't need me make
Who are they?
everyone in my family.
Okay.
Yes.
But your grandma, she has to cook. But you know.
Yes.
What's the difference?
She when she young.
Was young.
When she was young, she don't have easy life.
She didn't have.
She
Didn't have.
She didn't have easy life like me, because her father, right? Her father have a lot children.
Had a lot of children.
Has a lot children.
How many?
9
Okay.
or 12. I forgot, but so much. And
So many.
so many. And her is big sister.
She's the oldest.
Yes, second
Oh, okay. Second oldest.
older. And she take care.
She took care
She took care everyone.
of everyone.
Of everyone. She can study because
She couldn't study.
she couldn't study because she let her sister and her brother go to school, and she worked at home.
Worked at home.
Worked at home and make food for everyone. Do some job for money or something for everyone in family. Yes, that why.
That's why.
That why.
That's.
That
That is why.
why. That's why. Her. She can do anything.
Everything.
Everything.
Anything. Yeah, she can do anything. Why do you say you have easy life? You said you have easy life.
Because I don't do anything.
Well,
You know?
everyone has challenges. Everyone has their own challenge.
What wrong, Sharon?
Everyone has their own challenges. Everyone has their own challenges. Everyone has their own challenges to face.
ทุกคนมีความท้าทายเป็นของตัวเอง Yes, but about me, don't about cook, don't
Don't need to. What do you mean don't about? Don't know about?
I don't want to do about.
I don't want to learn.
I don't want to learn about cooking or something like that.
What do you want to learn about?
English.
English.
Yes, English. And when I'm young,
When I was young.
when I was young, I like
I liked.
I liked read book
Reading.
reading
Books.
books and usually do homework. I don't but I'm woke up and then have food for me because my family make for me. I don't do by myself.
I didn't.
I didn't. Yes.
You like to say usually, but usually is...
Often.
It's not right. So you would just say most of the time.
Most of
Most
the time.
of the time.
Most
That's better.
of the time it
Means.
I do something many, right?
Yes.
Most of the
Usually,
time.
so if someone asks you, when do you go to the beach? You would say, usually at 5 p.m. So someone's asking you, when does it happen? And you say, well, usually, that means most of the time,
Most of the time.
at 10 p.m. Okay.
And one thing important, why I don't need to learn about cooking or work home, because I do not cook. I try,
You tried.
yes,
Okay.
but not good. Example, I fry pork,
Fried.
fry,
Grilled.
not
fried.
grill, fry, put on pan and have
Okay.
oil, you know,
Yes.
and oil, you know,
Fire.
yes,
Burned.
burn my skin.
Oh, the oil burned you.
I never do
Anymore.
anymore.
Okay. Yes, it was scary. So does your grandma tell you about Thailand in the past, a long time ago? Did she tell you about when she was a kid?
Grandmother,
Grandma.
grandma, if boy, what you say?
Grandfather. Grandpa.
Grandfather.
Grandpa.
Grandpa,
Grandma. Or grandmother. Grandfather.
grandpa and grandma, mom, mom, grandma,
So we say my great grandma.
I great,
So we have your mom, right? And then her mom is your grandmother. Her mom is your great grandmother. And her mom is your great great grandmother. We just keep saying great, 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 great like this. But there's no difference in English between your mom's mom and your dad's mom. I think in Thai someone told me there's a different name for your mom's mom and your
Yes.
dad's mom. But in English it's the same.
Tuat.
In English it's
different.
just the same. So grandma and grandma is the same. Okay. Did she tell you about the past?
He, grandpa,
Oh, your grandfather?
grandpa,
Grandpa.
grandpa told me about
Told?
told, right?
Told.
Told,
Yeah.
country, old country when he was young, didn't have building,
Buildings? No buildings.
mean big,
Oh, no tall buildings.
yes,
Okay.
not tall, just a small house making for
Made from
made from
wood.
wood and panda like eat what is
Bamboo.
bamboo, yes, and didn't have like
Lights. Electricity.
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 It's just coal fire. What do you say? Coal and
Fire.
fire. Cup fire.
Oh, a lantern.
Renter.
Lantern.
And grandfather tell me about story goat
Ghost story.
ghost story.
Uh-oh.
He tell me.
He
that
told me.
He told me that's real.
What happened?
At the night.
In the nighttime?
In the nighttime, people, man, go out.
Went out?
Went out to. What is they have a land and have a lot, right?
Farm.
Farm, yes. And have near river,
Okay.
yes. They saw something like a ball fire.
A sun dome.
Very small.
Okay.
And I don't remember all, but just that is a ghost because have to story goat one about like a กระสือ goat take off head, take off from body.
Okay.
Yeah, that we say กระสือ name ghost.
The ghost takes its head off?
Yes, take
Just
off.
a head only?
Yes, head and
Just the head goes around?
yes.
Okay.
And everything
the body?
inside. Body just live in room, home, live at home.
Okay.
And head and inside,
Can fly around?
Yes, and
Okay.
another story goes about some can be man or woman. They like eat
To eat?
to eat
To eat?
to eat food, bad food, bad smell and like a fish, I don't like it. Bad smell and don't done,
Raw.
raw. You say raw,
Raw.
raw.
Not cooked. Raw.
Yeah, but they eat from what is it?
Frog.
Frog, yes, frog. Here, in near skin frog have a cold. What is it again? But in near frog, in skin frog, on skin frog,
Yeah.
have something like a gel and bad smell, and they like to eat that.
The ghost.
Yes,
Okay.
and like just eat something on skin frog.
And your dad saw this thing?
Grandpa saw when in the morning. We know who did that, who do that, because if we saw people have a red note, red color on note, that mean in the night. That means at night they like a scat on skin frog and eat. Yes.
Okay. So he saw somebody with a red nose?
Yes.
In the morning?
Yes, and
And
sometimes
in the nighttime he saw a ghost?
sometimes saw at outside in the night because
Often or just one time?
just one or two. I can't remember. When my grandpa go to find something for food,
Something to eat?
something to eat.
And you were scared? When did he tell you this? How old were you?
Huh?
How old were you?
14. but I stay with grandma and grandpa more than father mother and they tell me about this all time my
All
life.
the time.
Yes, when I'm young, 10, 8, 10, 14, or 16.
Scary.
Yes. Have a lot story about
They lived here in Chiang Mai or in another city?
Chiang Mai in a mountain.
Oh, in the mountains.
Samung.
Oh, I don't know, Simone.
Yes, in the mountain.
And they had a house there?
Yes,
And just you?
when I stay with them. Grandma, grandpa and me
Okay.
at a house and have near allow my house.
My
Have
house?
My house.
My house?
My no, my house, right? House, aunt house, uncle house. Is all children day.
All their children.
All their children.
Their children.
Their children.
Did you see any ghosts when you lived there?
No,
Oh, good luck.
but I have bad dream. No.
Uh-oh.
Just one time in my life, just bad more than in all dream about God.
The worst dream ever.
Worst,
The worst one.
just one
Worst.
worst,
Worst.
right?
The worst. Did
What
you know
was-
worst?
Oh, it means something worst on me, right?
The
Yes.
worst.
Yes, the worst.
How do you say?
เลวร้ายที่สุด When my friend she
My friend came
came at my home
to my home
to my home for
in the mountain.
Yes, in the mountain when I high school. We tutor, reading book and for test tomorrow.
Okay, we were studying
Yes, but all night. Maybe
all night
all night, maybe to 4 a.m.
until 4 a.m.
until 4 a.m. But my friend slept,
Fell asleep.
huh?
Fell asleep.
Falling asleep,
Fell asleep.
fell asleep before me. She slept at my bed,
In my bed.
and I stay, at the couch.
I slept on the floor.
Yes, I stay at the floor.
I slept.
I
Slept
slept
on the floor.
on the floor, and older people told me about it. Not south,
East.
east,
West.
and west. I think maybe east for when people die, and people they sleep head go to eat up,
Towards the east.
towards
Towards the east.
the east,
Yeah, towards the east.
towards the east.
Towards. Towards the east.
ต่อ towards the east,
Towards the east.
ไปทางที่ตะวันออก yes, and my
My grandma
grandma stay with me, don't
told me.
told me
Told.
told me you never
No drinking.
no, when I'm young I don't know
Okay.
about drinking. You never let head
Don't sleep
don't sleep
with your head
with your head
to the east.
to the east
Okay.
but in the night in this night
That night.
in that night I did and I have bad dream all my life that's bad dream
The worst.
the worst yes
Do you check your bed now? Do you have a compass when you sleep?
check what
North, south, east, west?
I don't know
Now you don't care?
now
Yeah.
now just up to my partner
But do you check?
I don't check
You don't check?
yes
Mm.
maybe because I think Thai people know about this I think they set bed right
We hope so, right?
I hope
I hope so. Okay. Good, okay. Good story. Okay, let's continue. Any questions?
no thanks
So what's happening in the story?
story about Venus right
Yes.
someone thought when they
Crossed the river.
the river they thought I think just one no yes or not one people think
It says they thought, so all of them.
okay they thought Sundome about Sundome
The sun dome.
about the Sundome look like
What it looks like. What the sun dome looked like. No, that you're saying. They thought about what the sun dome looked like. I'm not asking you, I'm just saying. That's what they thought about.
yellow house
Yes.
yellow
House.
house and high maybe 5.5
5 meters high.
5 meters high
Meters.
meters
High.
high and กว้าง we say กว้าง
First we say the number, then the width.
30
Meters.
30 meter
Wide.
wide
Wide.
wide
Wide.
wide
Wide.
wide
Yeah, good. Okay.
and have a light
A sun.
the sun
A sun.
a sun
Inside.
inside
Yes, to keep people warm.
to keep
Good, okay, that's fine. The lieutenant turned and looked back at the three men using their oars and gritting their teeth. They were as white as mushrooms, as white as lye was. Venus bleached everything away in a few months. Even the jungle was an immense cartoon nightmare. For how could the jungle be green with no sun?
so far
The lieutenant turned and looked back at the three men, using their oars and gritting their teeth.
turn look back something
The
Back.
lieutenant turned and looked back.
he turned and looked back
Yes. So where is he? If he turned and looked back at the three men.
three men
Yes.
turn and look back maybe they still wet right
So they're in the boat, and the lieutenant is in the front,
have a tree
and three men behind him. So he turned and looked back at the other three men,
yes I know
right? Using their oars and gritting their teeth.
using
Using their oars and gritting their teeth.
using their own
Oars.
their all
Oars.
it mean all
No. Oars is another word for paddle. We also say oars.
oh
It's the same thing. But they don't want to say paddle again, so they say oars. And gritting their teeth, that means like this.
mean try to do
Yeah, because it's hard work. We say gritting like this.
greeting right
That's biting,
oh
but gritting is this way. gritting their teeth because it's hard work. They were as white as mushrooms.
White mushroom.
They were as white as mushrooms.
They were white.
They were as white as mushrooms.
They were as white
As mushrooms.
mushroom.
Yes.
What about mushroom?
That's what we're asking you. Everyone wants you to tell them. They were as white as mushrooms.
I don't know what's white. I don't know what's white.
The three men. They look like mushrooms.
All look like mushroom.
Their face white. Their faces were white like mushrooms.
I know because he learning a lot.
Yes.
Make him look like
Them
make them
look like
look like
mushrooms because mushrooms like water. That's why they say mushrooms. As white as lye was.
Lies.
Yeah, lye. It's like a chemical. It's very white. So it's like a powder. It's very, very white.
Okay.
And Venus bleached everything away in a few months.
Bleached.
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 Yeah, bleached.
Bleached.
Like when you bleach your hair, right?
Comb.
Bleach.
Bleach. ฟอกขาว Everything.
Venus bleached everything away in a few months.
Everything away in the few months.
In a few months.
In a few months. It means not.
It means.
It means not much month.
No. So it's saying that if you bring something that has color to Venus, then in a few months it will be white. So they say Venus makes everything white. Bleaches. Like your hair, right? It makes everything white. Even the jungle was an immense cartoon nightmare.
Even jungle.
Even, your favorite, even the jungle was an immense cartoon nightmare.
Even the jungle cartoon
Even the jungle was an immense cartoon nightmare.
nightmare แม้แต่ป่าก็ยังเป็นฝันร้ายการ์ตูนอันยิ่งใหญ่ Even jungle
Even the jungle was an immense cartoon nightmare. What does that mean?
Even jungle has a if in translate I don't know
In English, nightmare.
nightmare
What's a nightmare?
dream
Bad dream.
bad dream
Bad dream is a
Bad
nightmare. We don't have a word for good dream. We just say good dream, but we have a word for bad dream. That's nightmare.
nightmare
Yeah, nightmare.
nightmare
Nightmare.
nightmare
What do you say?
ฝัน
Fun.
ร้ายฝันร้าย
Do you have a word for good dream?
what
Do you have a word for good dream?
word for good dream ฝันดี
Oh, so just dream good, dream bad.
Yes.
Okay. But in English, good dream and bad dream, but also another word, nightmare. That's a bad dream. So why is it a cartoon nightmare?
why
Cartoon nightmare.
cartoon
Why do you think they say it's a
Cartoon,
cartoon
yes.
nightmare?
การ์ตูนฝันร้าย
Why do you think that it's a cartoon nightmare?
ฝันร้าย in การ์ตูนไว้
Why do they say cartoon nightmare?
why they say การ์ตูน nightmare because have a even right even
Because it's all white. There's no colors. It doesn't
Like a
look
cartoon.
real. It looks fake
oh right
because it's just white. There's no colors. It looks like a dream because there's no colors.
okay
For how could the jungle be green with no sun?
how could the jungle
How could the jungle be green with no sun?
Be green.
Green
Be green. No sun.
with no sun.
How could the jungle couldn't be green? It means jungle.
It means.
It means jungle don't have green.
Doesn't have.
Doesn't have green color
Yes, because why?
because raining.
Because no sun.
Yes. Oh, no sun.
Because no sun. With always rain falling and always dusk.
Orange worry.
Sorry, I didn't read this part yet. With always rain falling and always dusk, the white jungle with the pale cheese-colored leaves and the earth carved of wet camembert, and the tree boles like immense toadstools, everything black and white, and how often could you see the soil itself? Wasn't it mostly a creek, a stream, a puddle, a pool, a lake, a river, and then, at last, the sea? So, with always rain falling and always dusk.
I don't know that. Oh, that like when room don't clean. Dust.
No,
No.
dusk.
Dust.
Yeah. You're thinking of dust,
Dust.
but this is dusk. Dusk.
Oh, so difficult. พบค่ำ near dinner, right?
Almost dark. Dusk.
Dust.
Yeah, this is, here is dust,
Dust.
and
And-
that's dusk.
Dust.
Yeah, but still
Dust.
better than Thai. Ma 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 ma. It's at least we can hear the sound.
Oh.
Better, easier than Thai. So good luck for you. With always rain falling and always dusk.
Have a raining always.
All the time
all the
rain.
time. And have dust. I think means don't have shine. Don't
Yeah.
have look like morning.
Right, because it's always cloudy. Right, always clouds.
Because
So
they
there's
have rain.
it's always a little bit dark. It's never blue sky. The white jungle with the pale cheese-colored leaves.
Pale cheese color leaf.
Yeah, pale cheese-colored leaves.
Pale.
Pale cheese-colored leaves.
ในสีซีดชีส
It's a little bit yellow, right? Probably from the mold, from the mushrooms. And the earth carved of wet camembert. Camembert. Camembert is, I think it's a kind of cheese. So they're saying that the jungle looks like cheese.
don't have color.
No color, yeah, no color, just yellow and white. And the tree boles like immense toadstools.
Tea bowl. Tea boat.
Boles like the middle of the tree. Toadstools.
Toadstool. I don't know.
Toadstools.
เห็ด mushroom.
Yeah. So they're saying that the trees looked like mushrooms. Okay, everything black and white.
Everything don't have color.
Right, just black and white. And how often could you see the soil itself?
How often could you see what
The soil itself.
the soil?
The soil.
The
That
soil.
means the ground. The soil.
ดิน is ground.
The soil is like dirt, but it's good for growing. If you just say dirt, then maybe plants don't like it. But soil is good for the plants. And how often could you see the soil itself?
How often could you see soil? what I feel
the sound itself.
How do you cannot couldn't
And how often could you see the soil itself?
I don't know how
So they're
often.
asking, when can you see the ground? When can you see the ground? Because wasn't it mostly a creek, a stream, a puddle, a pool, a lake, a river, and then at last the sea? So they're saying, when can you see the ground? It's always water.
Oh
Maybe there's all of these are words for the ground, for water on the ground. A creek, a stream, a puddle, a pool, a lake, a river, and then the sea.
ลำธารสายน้ำและแอ่งน้ำ is mean river
But many different words for the river.
yes
So
ลำธาร like a small river
yes, that's a creek. It's a really small river. A stream, a little bit bigger river. A puddle, that's just a small pool, like this. A pool, a lake, and then the sea. So they're saying you see a little river, a big river, a small pool, a big pool, and
river.
the sea.
The
That's
sea.
all. So you don't see the ground. So how can people see the ground? Everything was a cartoon nightmare. For how could the jungle be green with no sun, with always rain falling dusk, the white jungle with pale-colored leaves? Yes, it... Okay. Here we are. Here we are.
here we
What
are
happened? Here we are. Somebody said, here we are. What does that mean? Where are they?
here we are I can do right or not
Here we are.
let's go
Here we are.
I don't know here we are I think
Here we are.
not mean oh here we are
Where did they go?
where they say
Yes, where are they?
on Venus
Mm,
on river on a boat
on the other side of the river.
on the other side of the river
Right? So they were going across the river, slowly thinking about the sundome, and now they say, here we are.
oh it's
So
mean
they-
Philip
They got to where they're going. They leaped out on the farthest shore, splashing and sending up showers. The boat was deflated and stored in a cigarette packet. Then, standing on the rainy shore, they tried to light up a few smokes for themselves, and it was 5 minutes or so before, shuddering, they worked the inverted lighter and cupped their hands, managed a few drags upon cigarettes that all too quickly were limp and beaten away from their lips by a sudden slap of rain. They walked on.
have a girl like this
Huh?
at there have a girl for they they put they live
Yes.
on board
But they said that it's always a little bit of water,
oh
but there's a ground, but always a little bit of water. Never really rocks. Just this much water, or this much water, or this much water.
but they
But
can
always,
walk.
yeah, they can walk. Yeah. So they leaped out on the farthest shore.
Live down on the
Farthest shore.
farthest shore I don't know
Leap is like a jump.
jump yes
So they
out.
jumped out
yes
on the other side.
or on the other side
The farthest shore means the other side.
oh
Splashing and sending up showers.
splashing
Splashing. Splashing.
like I told you about name song
I don't remember the song. Splashing is when you're in the water like this.
yes same
Yeah. Splashing and sending up showers.
setting shower
Splashing and sending up showers.
it mean what
Means.
it means water
Yes. Because their feet, they're stepping in the water and the water's coming up like a shower. Shower comes down, right? But this is going up because their feet are hitting the water.
okay
The boat was deflated and stored in a cigarette packet.
the boat something and cigarette packet
The boat was deflated and stored in a cigarette packet.
feeding is store
The boat was deflated and stored in a cigarette packet.
feeding and store what are feed
Deflated.
deep
Deflated. So remember, the boat was in a small bag, a small box, right? And it inflated.
oh
That means got bigger. Deflated.
small
Smaller. Deflated. The boat was deflated and stored in a cigarette packet.
it mean the
It
boat
means
it means the boat feed
deflated.
deep for
Deflated.
deflated
Deflated.
deflated
Deflated.
flated
Deflated.
deflated
And inflated.
and inflated
Deflated.
deflated
Yes. The boat was deflated and stored in a cigarette packet.
for keep
Yes, to keep it.
easy for keep because
So where did they put the boat?
pocket
They stored the boat where?
you read more sentence
No. The boat was deflated and stored in a cigarette packet.
cigarette packet it means the boat
Means.
it means the boat deep
Deflated.
deflated small
How
like
big? Show us how big.
like a packet smoking
Yes. So this big. So they're saying that in the future or wherever, then you can have a big boat and it can go down in just this big. Cigarette, same as a cigarette
like
packet.
a Iron Man
Yes. Then standing on the rainy shore, they tried to light up a few smokes for themselves.
then
Then standing on the rainy shore, they tried to light up a few smokes for themselves.
standing in a rainy shore rainy shore
Rainy shore.
rainy shore rainy what rainy
Mhm.
rainy shore
Then standing on the rainy shore.
ยืน something standing
Then standing on the rainy shore. I don't know why it doesn't like to finish the...
just landing so จากนั้นยืนบนฝั่งฝน What does it mean ฝั่งฝน landing so landing ground
The rainy shore. Shore means is like a beach. Then standing on the rainy shore. What does that mean?
and then they standing at somewhere
Where?
raining so I think ground
Shore.
ฝั่งทะเล
So on the other side of the river, it's not a beach because it's not the ocean. We call that a shore. So they're standing on the
On-
shore.
island
No, it's just next to the water. We call that a shore. They're standing there, and of course it's raining, so they call it a rainy shore because of course it's raining. Rainy shore,
ฝั่งฝน
right? So they're standing on the rainy shore. They tried to light up a few smokes for themselves.
They try to light smoke themselves.
They tried to light up a few smokes for themselves.
They try to smoking,
Yeah, tried to smoke.
but cannot because happen.
Yes. Smokes, we cannot. So smokes can be cigarettes.
Smoke.
Smokes, not
Smokes.
smoke. Smokes
Smokes.
can be cigarettes. They tried to light up a few smokes for themselves, and it was 5 minutes or so before shuddering, they worked the inverted lighter and cupped their hands, managed a few drags upon cigarettes that all too quickly were limp and beaten away from their lips by a sudden slap of rain. They walked on. And it was 5 minutes or so before shuddering.
Shuddering.
sorry.
I don't know. Shuddering.
They-
Shut down.
They tried to light up a few smokes.
Like.
Like you said, they tried to light cigarettes for themselves. And it was 5 minutes or so before, shuddering, they worked the inverted lighter.
Before shuddering, they walk. They walk.
And it was 5 minutes or so. What does that mean?
5 minutes for smoking, right?
They had to wait 5 minutes
Wait for.
because of the rain.
Oh.
Hard to light the cigarettes, right? So they took 5 minutes to do this. Shuddering, that means like this.
It's cold. Very
That's
cold.
shuddering. So for
Sun.
5 minutes, they trying to light
Light.
the cigarette. They worked the inverted lighter. So this is inverted. So this way is not going to work because the rain.
Rain.
So they're trying to do like this. They're like this, trying to light the cigarette. And cupped their hands, cupped their hands, that means like this.
Cup.
So they're trying to go like this, right? So somebody has the cigarette lighter like this, trying to light it, and then
So
they're go like this. And they're shaking like this. Worked the inverted lighter, cupping their hands, managed a few drags. Managed.
Manage few drags.
Drags. This is called a drag.
Sit.
Drag.
Drag. Manage.
Managed a few drags.
จัดการลากไม่กี่ Think translate. Okay.
That's why we're here, is because these are complicated. So managed means they could. So can you manage? That means can you do it? They managed a few drags. That means they could. They went like this. And that's it. They got a few drags. They managed to do it.
จัดการที่จะทำ
It means
can do.
yes, managed a few drags upon cigarettes that all too quickly were limp.
What limp?
Limp, that means like this.
Limp.
This is strong, limp.
Oh.
So the cigarette, right, is not like this. It's like this
Oh, because that
because of the rain,
wet.
right? That all too quickly were limp and beaten away from their lips by a sudden slap of rain. Beaten. This is beaten. Beaten. That were and beaten away from their lips by a sudden slap of rain.
Cyberlink. I don't know.
So they had a cigarette like this, and the rain went like this.
Oh, that is hard for smoking. Right?
Right. Difficult.
If I don't smoke anymore.
So they're saying that the wind came
Wind.
a lot of rain, and went like the, and they couldn't do it. They walked on.
Walk down.
They walked on.
Walked on.
So they
Keep going.
kept walking. So they got a few, and then that's all they could do, and they kept walking. So what's happening?
They went to something like a island. Sea.
No, just across the river.
Cross the river and keep their boat.
They packed their boat.
They packed
Yeah,
boat
their boat.
their boat and they need smoking.
They tried to smoke.
They try to smoke, but so difficult.
Too much rain.
Too much rain and wind.
Wind. Yeah. Wait just a moment, said the lieutenant. I thought I saw something ahead.
Thought I saw something I hate.
Ahead.
I hate. Ahead.
Remember we learned already. Ahead. Difficult for you, this one.
Thought something
Ahead.
Ahead.
Not I had. Ahead. No.
Ahead.
Today we already learned 3 times, but hard to remember.
ล่วงหน้าอ๋อ
Ahead. That means in front of your head. Ahead.
Ahead.
Wait just a moment, said the lieutenant. I thought I saw something ahead. What does that mean?
It means someone talk with boss.
No, he said, said the lieutenant.
Boss said waiting.
Wait.
Wait, because he thought something in the future. Ahead.
Not in the future, but this way.
Ahead, step, front of them.
In front of him.
In front
So
of
he
him.
sees something.
He sees something.
He sees something, and he says, wait. There's something there, right? Wait a moment. That means wait a second. Wait 1 minute. I see something. The sun dome?
Who say?
We don't know, but somebody says the sun dome. I'm not sure. The rain closed in again.
Not sure because the rain have a lot. Can
The
see.
rain come again. Maybe it was open for a second and then the rain again, so he can't see anymore. Simmons began to run, and he said, "The sun dome."
Simmons
Began to run.
Start to run.
Yes, the lazy guy, he thinks that it's the sun dome, and he starts to run, right? And he says, "The sun dome." He says it's real.
Oh.
Come back, Simmons.
Come back, Simon.
Come back, Simmons.
Simmons. Means Simon.
Come back, Simmons.
Come back.
Yeah, come back, right? Who do you think said come back?
Boss.
Probably the lieutenant, yes.
Lieutenant.
But the sun dome.
Lazy boy.
Yeah.
Said.
He thinks he sees it, so he just keeps running, right? Simmons vanished into the rain. The others ran after him.
Vanished.
Disappeared.
Appeared.
Disappeared. Vanished. Disappeared.
หายไป gone.
Yes, disappeared. Like this. Like you see me in. Disappeared. Right, like this.
Appear.
Here's the pen and where did it go? Disappeared. Vanished.
Disappear.
Simmons vanished in the rain. The others ran after him.
Simmons vanished. The rain vanished.
He vanished.
He vanished in the rain.
So he ran away, and where did he go? We can't see him anymore, right? Because he's running
Because rain.
to the sun dome, right? They found him in a little clearing, and they stopped and looked at him, and what he had discovered, the rocket ship. It was lying there, it was lying where they had left it. Somehow they had circled back and were where they had started. In the ruin of the ship, green fungus was growing up out of the mouths of the two dead men. As they watched, the fungus took flower, the petals broke away in the rain, and the fungus died. So, they found him in a little clearing.
A little clearing
A little clearing. What does that mean? They found him in a little clearing. Who's him?
lazy man
Yes, they found him in a little clearing.
a little clearing
Clearing.
clearing
Clearing.
clearing
That means no trees there.
no tea
No trees. Right? In the forest, if there's a place with no trees, we call that a clearing.
oh
So they found him in a clearing, and they stopped and looked at him and what he had discovered.
what he has discovered
They stopped and looked at him. What does that mean?
stop and look at him
Yes.
that means
That means
boss can find man
not just the boss, all the boss and the two
Them.
people. Yes. They came into the clearing and they stopped and they looked at him.
they find him
They see him, right? And what he had discovered.
discovered สำรวจ right what he discovered
Yes. He found something, right? He discovered
I
something.
don't know something
Discovered. I'm telling you, he
สำรวจ
found something.
สำรวจเนี่ยค้นพบ
Yes. He found something. Right? What did he find?
I think not สำรวจ
They found him in a little clearing and they stopped and looked at him and what he had discovered.
he discover man No?
No. They found him in a little clearing and they stopped and looked at him and what he had discovered.
I don't know
So, three men, right? The lazy guy, he ran away into the forest.
yes I
And the
think.
three men, they came after him,
and
right?
find
And they found him, and he was sitting there looking at something. So they looked at him, and they looked at what he found, what he discovered.
what is it
Huh?
what is this
The rocket ship.
the rocket ship
Jaluat.
จรวด
The rocket ship.
อ๋อจรวด
The rocket ship.
ดาว I know
How do you say?
จรวดโอ้เรือจรวด
The rocket ship. It was lying where they had left it. It was lying where they had left it. Lying.
lying โกหก
If a person's lying, it's like this, but
or
the
dead
ship... No, the rocket.
the rocket lie
Right? It's not like this. It's like this.
okay
It was lying where they had left it.
left it
It was lying where they left it. It was lying where they left it.
มันโกหกที่พวกเขาจากไป it's not
So you translate for them.
huh?
You translate. What does it mean?
I think you tell me about rocket not straight
Yes.
line
Yes. Because why? Why isn't it like this?
because you told me
It crashed.
yes
Right? It crashed. Somehow they had circled back and they were where they had started.
circle back
Circled back. Circled back.
วนกลับ mean turn
Yes. So they crashed, right? And then what happened?
they walk
They walked for how long?
so much. I don't know.
for many days, maybe
Many
30
days.
days.
Yes, and now they come back again.
So they
That
left.
means they don't go.
They didn't get anywhere.
Yes.
So they crashed, and then they walk, and now
begin.
come back again. Right? It was lying where they had left it. Somehow they had circled back and were where they had started.
Were where they
Started.
started.
The beginning.
Mhm.
In the ruin of the ship, green fungus was growing out of the mouths of the two dead men. In the ruin.
In the
Ruin.
ruin.
The ruin.
What does mean the ruin?
In the ruin. In the ruin of the ship.
ในความวินาศของ rocket.
So the rocket's broken. We call it a ruin. It's broken. It's not a
Like a
good
loose-
one.
Loose.
Loose?
Loose can. Loose.
I don't know loose, but broken.
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 Loose can.
In the ruin of the ship, green fungus was growing out of the mouths of the two dead men. Green fungus.
Fungus.
Mold. Green fungus. Green fungus.
เชื้อราสีขาว You mean foreign? You mean have a green
Fungus.
fungus all the girl
No, in the mouth.
in a mouth. Oh, in a mouth people die.
Two dead.
Two dead.
Right? Remember there were
Yes.
6. Two died in the
Four.
crash.
Yes.
Right? And now they see them, and now the two dead men, they have fungus in their mouth because
Because die
they're like this.
and raining dude.
Yeah, raining on them. As they watched, the fungus took flower. The petals broke away in the rain, and the fungus died. What does that mean?
What?
As they watched, the fungus took flower. The petals broke away in the rain, and the fungus died.
The fungus took flower.
So in their mouth, right, the fungus have flower, but the rain hit the flower and broke it, and the fungus died. Okay, so we'll end there today. So what's happening? What happened?
They go to accord.
No, just all. What's happened so far from the
All.
beginning? Quickly,
From the beginning.
just for 1 minute. What happened?
They try, they lose power for fear, you know.
No. Oh, in the story, what happened?
They fight, they walk for
No, in the beginning, what happened first?
rocket deep crashed
Where?
on Venus
Mm-hmm.
and have two people die
Dead. Yes.
dead and have four keep walking for surviving
To find
to fight
what?
syndrome.
Yes.
And then they make something for caught in the river.
What is it?
What's the name?
A boat.
A boat.
Boat. Yeah.
And they stay at another Accord river, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they go down and keep boat and keep walking and smoking try to smoking and then they found they come to begin
back to the ship.
Right.
So they crashed on Venus.
Mm-hmm.
2 people died.
Mm-hmm.
They got out of the ship and they tried to go to the sun dome,
Mm-hmm.
but they walked and 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 then they came back to the
Mm-hmm.
ship again. So now they're back where they started.
Look back.
Good, okay. What do you think of the story?
I think about it means they don't have anything for keep they do something for survival.
Cigarettes, no?
Cigarettes but
Can help them?
no.
Okay. What do you think's going to happen next? What do you think's coming
Gonna
in the
die.
story? And death? Okay.
Gonna dead.
What will they try to do next?
I think they keep walking for find sun dome again.
To find the sun dome.
The sun dome again.
Will they find it, do you think?
What?
Will they find it?
Will they?
Will they find it?
Maybe.
What do you think, yes or no?
Think about they find.
You think they will?
I think maybe don't have sun dome.
That's true, right? They've been in the rain for too long. Good. Is it a good story?
Good story.
1 to 10, what do you think?
8.
Too
8.
sad so far?
I think very sad because you keep for have survival and have rain always.
Yes.
Just when I go out there outside for buy something and have raining, just a little bit, that make me so cold and wet and
Yes.
so bad. But in the in the Venus, autumn always, and don't have anything protect them.
Yes. But not really Venus. This is just a story. There's no rain on Venus. There's no plants on Venus, but
Yeah.
just a story. Good, okay, we'll continue tomorrow, our exciting story. Hopefully they get to the sun dome like Sifti thinks.
We
Thank you so
pray
much for
for
coming
them. Okay.
and reading our story. It's always good to see you struggling, trying to figure out what the story is saying. Struggling to
Me
find
or
out.
them?
You.
Oh.
They're struggling to get to the sun dome, and you're struggling with them. Right? You can feel the pain with them. They're trying, and you also you can feel their pain, right?
I will pray for them.
Okay. Thank you so much. Add Simti on Instagram. You can see her fighting with her neighbors, or maybe doing her budget. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you ขอบคุณค่ะ